Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Mark Twain once famously remarked, the reports of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. And I have not met with my demise, although I've had many notes and emails saying, Jeff, is there something wrong? Where are you? What's going on? What are you doing? Well, this last whole week, all the way up through Monday, I've had, starting on Monday through today, I've had the pleasure of moving. And many of you know that the pleasure of moving is no pleasure at all, unless you happen to be a masochist. So I packed up the NCK bunker, the former NCK bunker over in Clearwater, Florida, and we transported things over to the new top secret South Florida location of the new NCK bunker. The new NCK bunker is a little different. This is not it. We don't have it. We don't have it all fixed up yet. There's a lot of things to go, a lot of work to do, but we did get ourselves completely moved in. So Sandra and I have, it's really something. We've completed something that's been, many months in the planning, many months in the building, and many months in the manifesting. And here we are in South Florida and ready to do and continue to do some great things, I think, and some great works. And over the next 2 days, I'll have Jay Campbell, The Last Stand. I'll have Derek Bros, Global Witness. We'll have them on. As you can see, I haven't been able to get out and work on my tan the last few days. And moving's a lot of work. It really is. But it made me feel very happy to be doing some physical labor. It made me feel very happy to be lifting and, sweating and doing all of that stuff. And it showed me something because, if you read these things that talk about the most stressful things you can do, on that list is dying, of course. On that list is a lot of things, but moving is right up near the top of the list of stress. And I think it was Halo Marquise that said to me, before you decide to marry someone, build an IKEA table or an IKEA piece of furniture with them. Because the idea is that it's not easy to do and it's very stressful. And, Sandra and I just went through, I started moving Monday, got over here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We just finished it up. And it was a lot of stress. It was a lot of high energy, a lot of high emotion. And the one thing that I'm left with after, there's a few things I'm left with. That's why I'm making this video. But one of the main things I'm left with is the fact that in one of the highest stress situations imaginable, you're tired, you're sweaty, you're sore, my hands are hurt, I'm cut, she's cut. You really understand who somebody is, and you really understand the type of relationship you have, and you find out if you have a partner or not. And I've got to tell you, after this move with Sandra, I am more convinced than ever that she's a great and a wonderful partner. And we went through this with just the most amazing peace, the most amazing ease. Now, it was still difficult, and we still had some snafus, and we still had some wrinkles thrown at us, but there was just this amazing peace, just this amazing calm. And today the fluffy came on in the new place, and we could feel that and experience that. And it was really something to know and to see and to feel and to experience the incredible peace and the partnership. The ultimate litmus test for a relationship is moving. And I tell you, I feel like we passed it more than with A+. But some of you have asked me, some of you privately and some of you not so privately, they said to me, what makes a guy who finally got himself a place to live in that he owns and he's not paying any rent, what makes a guy that has, his studio all built and everything just so, what makes a guy that's 55 years old and does what he wants to do when he wants to do it, how he wants to do it, where he wants to do it, and who he wants to do it with. And if he doesn't want to do it with anybody, he doesn't do it with anybody. What makes a guy like that sell his place to start paying rent in South Florida, which isn't cheap? What makes a guy sell all his furniture or give it away to go buy more? What makes a guy give up a beautiful studio? And you wouldn't believe where the studio is going to be now. It would make you laugh, but I think it's going to look pretty good. And what makes him move hundreds of miles and take some big hits in the bank account? What makes him do that? Thank you, LadyHawk72. It went amazing. And I was just talking with Johnny today, and he could not believe how calm and how peaceful and how happy and how joyous and how just steady and level and fun Miss Sandra was. So coming from Johnny, I think you can appreciate that. And here we are in this place. But what makes a person do that? When you're comfortable, when you're stable, when everything's coming up roses, what makes a person do that? What makes a person do that is the lack of contentment. And I don't mean in a negative way. What makes a person do that is optimism. What makes a person do that is the idea that it can be even better. The last thing you want to do is get into a rut, because a rut is just a grave with both ends knocked out of it. Why did I sell everything I had? Why did I leave that stable, easy, peaceful, calm, stable, could have stayed there forever situation? Because I saw the possibilities of greatness. Because I saw the possibilities of going beyond and pressing forward. She has done a lot of work to get where she is. And this teared me up just a little bit. It's so very nice to see her finally at peace and truly, truly happy. And she really is. She really is. I'd like to think I'm some small part of that. And hopefully, my life's goal is to continue to support and to enhance that. But what makes me leave, and like Michelle's stealing my line, there's no growth in your comfort zone. There's nothing remarkable in your comfort zone. There's nothing extraordinary in your comfort zone. Nothing extraordinary in your comfort zone. But I could have stayed in Clearwater. We were doing great work. We were building a great channel. We were doing some really good stuff, some really fun stuff, some really powerful stuff. But I've never been a person to shy away from taking a risk. I've never been a person to shy away from going for the gusto. I've never been a person to say, play it safe. I've always been the guy that wants to put the pedal to the metal, that wants to throw caution to the wind, that wants to dam the torpedoes, that wants to go full speed ahead. Sometimes I've been ready, fire, aim. And that's one of the things that Sandra does for me. She helps me ready, aim, and then fire. And I've got to tell you, I already know. I've only been here. This is the first day we're moved in. I already know that I'm here for something extraordinary. I'm here for something remarkable. I'm here for something revolutionary. I'm here for something beyond my wildest dreams and beyond my fondest hopes. And it's something that is going to be done by the joining together of, hello, Ransom, of Sandra and myself. And I don't know who you are, and I don't know where you are, but I do know that for most of you listening to me tonight, there are some things for you that are extraordinary. There is something for you that is remarkable. There is a higher place. There is a deeper depth. There is a more exciting, Jeanette, I won't repeat your colorful adjectives, and I was just talking with Derek today. In fact, he's got me doing this new Marco Polo video chat thing. video text. And uncomfortable is the new comfortable, because we're the last generation of real humans, and we're living in a day and an age where we have to do things extraordinary. We can't continue to do things in an ordinary, regular fashion. And I just want to encourage you, and I'm not telling you to do anything stupid. I'm not telling you to do anything that's not well thought out, but I'm telling you and I'm encouraging you. I don't want to tell you to do anything, but I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to ask yourself what's preventing you from moving outside your comfort zone. What's really preventing you from doing something extraordinary? What's really preventing you from attempting something remarkable? You know, Teddy Roosevelt had a quote that I'll butcher. President Teddy Roosevelt. I know he wasn't the greatest guy in all regards, but he talked about, you know, the guys that sit on the sidelines and don't do anything and don't say anything, you know, the girls that sit on the sidelines and all they want to do is criticize the people that are actually in the arena, the people that are out there doing the bleeding and the sweating and the crying and the spitting and the fighting and the pushing, doing something remarkable. It's easy to sit on the sidelines. I talk about the crows that sit on the power line and caw at the eagles that are soaring around. They think they're so big. They think they're so smart. And every now and then an eagle probably has a heart attack and dies. Every now and then an eagle probably flies into a mountain and dies. Every now and then an eagle probably gets caught in a draft and gets slammed into a boulder and dies. But think of all the amazing sights those eagles have seen. Have you ever seen one of those cameras, those GoPros on the back of the eagle? And think about that, man. Think about that. I thought about that. And I did the math, trust me. And the math didn't work out. The math said it's stupid to go to South Florida. The math said don't do it. The math said it's too risky. It didn't pencil out. If you'd have run a logarithm on this decision, it wouldn't have said do it. It would not have said do it. It would have said, no, hold on. Take it easy. Don't go too far. But I'm reminded of Cortez when he came to the New World. I know he did some bad things in the New World, but he said this. Cortez, when they got over to the New World, they took their ships. They unloaded all their supplies. They got all the men off the ships, and then they lit the ships on fire. They burned the ships in the harbor. And as Sean Connery said in Red October, as a result, his men were highly motivated. I'm highly motivated. I'm even going back to work on Monday. Going back to work in a real job, which I haven't done in years, because I delivered myself from that. But I'm going back to work. Why? Because I got a family now. Want to make things smooth. Want to make things stable. Want to make things, you know, have some extra. Want to be, you know, a good husband to be and a good stepfather to be. That's what I want to do. So I'm even going to go back to work. Doesn't make any sense logically. But deep down in my knower, I know that this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. This is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And I do believe in meant to be, Lady Hawk 72, be inspiration. I know. And I'm excited to do it. You know, Sandra put something up on Instagram. It was like day 2 of the move, and she looked really good and, you know, inspired. And then day 3, she looked tired, she thought, and I looked exactly the same because I'm just dumb and happy. I'm excited. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving every second of it. So I'm unaffected by it. Just really, really enjoying it. Really just being inspired and empowered by it. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, and for me, obviously, the motivation's love. The motivation's partnership. The motivation is this work. And I mean, look at this work. Think of what I was doing 6 months ago. And what I was doing 6 months ago was good. 6 months ago, we probably had, I don't know, 9,000 followers, 8,000 followers, maybe 10. 6 months ago, I don't think I had 10, less than 10. And then Sandra comes into my life, and we went from 10 to 16 now. And thank you so very much. Over 16,000 subscribers. I went from 15,000 to 16,000 faster than any other 1,000. And I defy you to disagree with the fact that since Sandra has been a part of this work, that it hasn't been much better. That since Sandra has been a part of this work, that it hasn't been much stronger. That since Sandra has been a part of this work, it hasn't reached and touched more people. Yet Ransom says I had 7,000. BS before Sandra. And now after a lot of BS, but mostly fun, 16,000. So to say that she hasn't been a great part of it isn't to be honest. So we are better together. We are stronger together. We are faster together. You know, now that we're together, we're stronger than ever. We're happy and free. It's part of the song I sang to her when I proposed to her, and she said yes, thank goodness. So I don't know if your motivation's love, or if your motivation is a great love for something that you're not doing. But really sit down. And you know, Mark Twain said that, I like Mark Twain. Mark Twain said that when you die, you're not going to regret the things you've done. You're going to regret the things you didn't do. You're going to regret the things you didn't do. And that's so, so true. What do you know you're supposed to do that you've been afraid to do? What do you know? My hair doesn't have enough oil in it. What are you talking about? What are you supposed to do that you're not doing? What is your great basic purpose? Do you even know? Maybe that's where you start. Find out what your great basic purpose is. Why are you here? And what are you doing to support it? What are you doing to manifest it into your life? What are you doing? Thank you, Marie. What are you doing? And what could you be doing? I don't care if it looks stupid. I don't care if it looks wrong. I don't care if it looks weird. I don't care if it looks dumb. If you believe in your heart that it should be done, it should be done. I remember a year ago, it was September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, almost exactly a year ago. The first time I ever laid eyes on Sandra. First time I ever laid eyes on her. She comes in, says she wants to do a counseling appointment. I'm okay, whatever. I sit in her chat room. Boom, she comes up on FaceTime. I catch my breath like, wow, this is the woman for me. Only problem is, Ransom says that this reality is made for male and female working together. Male and female working together is ideal for this reality, I think. Now, that's not to say to men and women that aren't together they can't do amazing things. I think I was doing some pretty decent stuff before, but look what happened when I got linked up with a powerful woman, not a perfect woman, but a woman that's perfect for me. Look at what happened. So where was I? Oh, yeah, I see her. I knew in an instant right there, I knew that she was the one. Only problem was she wasn't free. She wasn't free. And I couldn't believe it. I was mad at the universe. I was upset with the divine. I was cussing to the gods. Why are you doing this to me? I was happy by myself. I remember I was saying, I found the one and I'm him. I was good. And then how cruel are they to put this vision of everything I've always wanted right in front of me, and then not only couldn't I have her, I couldn't talk to her, I couldn't text her, I couldn't email her, I couldn't call her on the phone. Well, I could have, but it wouldn't have been proper or right. And she wouldn't have let it happen anyway. And I felt, and this was a long time, September, October, November, December, January, 7 months. And I was perplexed. I was confused. I was not particularly happy with the entire situation as regards the divinities. And then got a chance to see her in December on a totally platonic place. I was doing an event in South Florida. She and the lovely Sophia showed up there, got a chance to put eyes on her, and it just made it worse. It just made it worse. But I thought, I was Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. You still with someone? Yes. Are you happy? And there was a hesitation. And me, I took that to be, so you're telling me there's a chance. I didn't say that, at least not out loud. So I got home and I sent a text message. I'm not trying to mess up your stuff. I respect it. But if anything ever happens, you know where to find me. And then more months go by. That was December, January, February. 3 more months go by. And I get a text message, 6 words that changed my life. Yeah, 6 words that changed my life. Will I ever see you again? From Sandra, the first text message I ever got from her. First communication I ever got from her. Will I ever see you again? And I text back, are you flirting with me, young lady? She says yes. And the rest is history. Here I am, March, April, May, June, July. 5 months later, isn't that interesting? 7 and 5. Here I am in South Florida, in a home where we live together. Boom. It couldn't have happened. It wasn't going to happen. It was impossible. It was ridiculous. And yet, so you're telling me there's a chance. Maybe your dreams look impossible. Maybe your ideas look ridiculous. But somehow there's just something in your heart that makes you say, so you're telling me there's a chance. Brother, I'm telling you there's a chance. Sister, I'm telling you there's a chance. If you're looking for a sign, here it is. There's a chance. And I've got people now speaking into my life like they know me that I've never met. I've got people sending me words from Father, words from Mother. I got people giving me revelation. I got downloads on top of downloads. Now my downloads are getting downloads. I have moved into another place, and now I'm hanging out with unicorns. Now I'm hanging out with unicorns and a big stuffed bunny behind me. Obviously, I'm in Sophia's room because Sandra's on the other side of the house. I don't want to wake her up. So one of these, 6 months ago, I was sitting by myself in the NCK bunker. And now here I am with unicorns, getting kisses by unicorns and bunnies over my left shoulder, sitting on a big purple bed. Times change, ladies and gentlemen. Times change and things change. And you know what? Things get better. What do you think, Mr. Unicorn or Miss Unicorn? Things change. And they don't always change the way you think they're going to change. Uh-oh, he's really gone off the deep end. If this is the deep end, all I got to say is come on in, the water's fine. Because listen, ladies and gentlemen, the cats are both here. And they both get along famously. Crazy. So all I'm saying is, even when it looks impossible, it's possible. Even when it looks like it could never happen, it can happen. Even when it looks like it's over. Yeah, Rooney's here. It's never over. Sometimes you have to take a risk. With great risk, there is great reward. And without great risk, there is no great reward. It's like Captain Kirk once said, risk, gentlemen, is our business. We're the last generation of real humans. And I got something to tell you, cousin. We're in the risk business. We're in the risk business. And cousin, business is a booming. Take a risk. Take a chance. Dare to do something extraordinary. Dare to do something remarkable. If you fail, you'll at least have the memories and you'll at least have the knowledge that you gave it your best. You just might see a unicorn. Magenta Pixie tells me they're real. Maybe they are. Maybe there are. But all I know is without risk, there's nothing remarkable. Without risk, there's nothing great. Without risk, there's nothing amazing. And I'm so glad that I threw caution to the wind. Well, Jeff, you just got there. You could still crash and burn. Yeah, could. It's possible. It's possible. Not likely, but it's possible. But at the end of the day, and you've heard me say it before, when I'm sitting there rocking in a chair, I don't want to be saying, I wonder what would have happened if I'd have gone to South Florida with that little girl. Thank you. I wonder what would have happened if I'd have tried. I'll never know. I'll just have to sit here and rock with that regret the rest of my life. Or I might be sitting in that rocking chair saying, whoa, we had a wild ride, but man, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to go see the new Tom Cruise movie on Friday. They say it's, Jay Campbell saw a preview of it, said it's off, saw a pre-screening, said it's off the hook. You got to go see the new Mission Impossible. We'll be going seeing it on Friday. Which 1980s Tom Cruise flick had a unicorn? That had to be Jerry Maguire, right? I don't know. Somebody answer that question. And today I'm leaving to Seattle to meet maybe my twin flame, who I met in Prescott when Derek had 30 of us gather there. Maybe there'll be another gathering. I don't know. But Derek's going to be on here Monday or Tuesday. Jay Campbell, Monday or Tuesday. We got some good stuff going on. More new content from Sandra and I as things calm down just a little bit. Yeah. Why did I do it? Now you know. I didn't know Legend was a Tom Cruise movie. Why did I do it? Now that you know. Now you know why I did it. Is it worth it? Already worth it. Do something remarkable. Get outside your comfort zone. Somewhere in your life, there's a unicorn. And sometimes there's even real unicorns in your life if you know where to look. If you know where to look. But you'll never find one. I look like Brett Favre. You never find one within the regular, mundane, workaday world. So think about it. Ponder it. Consider it. And Helen Keller said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. James says, I think love found you. It did. She did. And Mark Twain also said this. Mark Twain said, I spent all my life worrying about things. And one or two of them actually happened. How many things do you spend your time worrying about that never happen? Well, I would do my great basic purpose, but they're not going to happen. Try it. Try it. Don't die with your music in you, says Gann. Powerful stuff. Interesting stuff. I hope motivating stuff. Derek and I are going to be talking about ascension. We're going to be talking about deliverance. We're going to be talking about things going on at the end times. Jay and I will be talking about the stuff that Jay and I always talk about. Don't forget the Wayne Steiger show with Wayne, the Not Your Normal Sunday morning show. I am getting a little bit tired. I got to tell you, after all these days of moving, a little bit tired, sore in a good way. And if I've ever been happier, I don't remember when. And that's a pretty decent place to be. Now, I can't speak for Sandra, but I think her frame of mind might be in a similar situation. So we'll be back into, by Monday, a regular broadcasting schedule again, a regular schedule of broadcast excellence. The Rocky Stucci and Sandra recovery show, it is, Michelle says addiction. It'll be addiction and recovery. I believe Rocky's off all this next week. So we'll do our best to try to make that come true this week. And it's only not come true because Rocky got promoted. And he's been, having to do a lot more work now that he's management. So it's been a little bit of difficulty. And Sandra went to a family vacation, and then the whole moving thing. So life is about to, I was going to say settle down, but I don't think it's going to settle down. But life is going to get into a day-to-day routine, if you will. But the one thing that I know is that the supernaturals become natural. The abnormals become normal. And that's just the way it is. Maybe someday we'll have Tom Cruise on this show, right? It could happen. It definitely could happen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think that might be a little bit inappropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one out. Let's try to keep it clean. This is a family show. It's a family show. Thank you so much for that. Yep. Every day, life is either a daring adventure or it's nothing at all. Can't remember who said that one, but it's true. Life is either a daring adventure or it's nothing at all. And I'll tell you around here, an NCK, New Cosmic Knowledge realms, life is an adventure. Mystery says, I can see the glow on you, Jeff. So glad you found a wonderful woman to share your love with. You deserve it. Love you, man. Love you all. Thank you, Mystery. It was a real privilege for you to come to to meet you at the Extravaganza of Enlightenment. We're going to try to do another event before too long. And if you have any questions you want to throw at me, feel free to do so. If we get a few, I'll answer them. If not, we'll go ahead and end this. Because it's almost 9 and I'm pretty tired. I'm a little bit on the older side. Tom Cruise is America's Jackie Chan. He's doing his own stunts. He did break his ankle, though, on this last movie. So I don't know how much longer they're going to let him do his own stunts. I do need to get Dan from Overwatch Channel on. We've kind of lost contact a little bit. It's probably my fault, but I know Dan is a very busy guy as well. I knew you were in love at the MYSTECH Festival. My eyes were glowing. There's no doubt about that. They still do. I don't think Tom Cruise is Canadian. I think he was born in New York. Not that I have a bromance over Tom Cruise or anything. When does a soul enter a body in reincarnation? I think before they're born. But now you have to open up the whole question of walk-ins. When do walk-ins occur? I think they can occur just about any time. Conception, gestation, birth, conception, prior to birth. I'm just going to, he is American. And he is a Scientologist, yeah. I would say that it probably happens. This is just download. I haven't studied this out, but something's saying to me, in the first breath is where a reincarnated soul enters in, with the first breath. But then what do you do with people that have memories in the womb, which I deal with all the time? Maybe walk-ins can come in the first breath. That's a very interesting. If I had paper, I'd write that down. When does a reincarnated soul come in. I think Cruz is 56. I think he might be a year older than me. Maybe. But yeah, we're right about the same age. Somebody says 42 days in, the soul enters. I believe Tom Cruise will leave Scientology by 2020. Because Arad said, my baby's my brother. He died a month before my baby was born. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Scientology probably has as much truth as traditional Christianity. I'll make a statement that's going to make some of you unsubscribe right now. Done it before, I'll do it again. The Church of Scientology, as much of a bureaucratic, top-down guilt and control matrix as it is today, as the Clearwater Scientology Church stands, it is a fear and guilt control matrix. It is a enslaving bureaucracy. It's not anything that L. Ron Hubbard ever wanted it to be. But I will say, for the record, that the Church of Scientology today has more usable spiritual technology than any Christian church out there, period. Period. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Tom Cruise is 56. We're getting confirmation. I've heard that the Tibetan Book of the Dead says the soul enters a new body at 48 days. Could be. Could be. So yeah, that's true. They stole the best from the rest. Oh, they did. Ron Hubbard milked a lot of cows and kind of made his own butter. Kind of made his own butter. I do both cards, so I'm on the fence. I've done both. Okay. I would believe that's true. I think it's true, and I've studied this stuff for now 36 years almost, man. Whew. It's been a long time. It's been a wild ride. But, cousin, we're just getting started. I really believe that. We're just getting started. Hubbard never met Crowley personally. Hubbard was working with Parsons, who had met Crowley, but Crowley and Hubbard never met because Crowley was over in Britain and LRH was in Cali. Probably met Disney. I don't know how they couldn't have met, both being in SoCal. I think LRH probably met Walt Disney. I would say almost. I will give our best to Sandra. She has retired for the evening, but I will definitely give her your best. April. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I know it was kind of a rambling broadcast. I was just trying to, encourage you, trying to give you an opportunity to reach beyond, try to maybe give you a gentle, I wouldn't push you or shove you, but I'm not above giving you the little NCK nudge, just a little nudge to maybe jump out and push off. And just try to do something remarkable. Try to do something extraordinary. Make your life a daring adventure. Stretch yourself. Get outside your comfort zone. And you'll surprise yourself. And you'll surprise others as well. Absolutely. So what do we do, Jeff? Since we've had all these quotes, let's end with another Star Trek quote. Where are we heading? Second star to the left and straight on till morning. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is NCK. For Sandra D, we're encouraging you to unindoctrinate yourself, create yourself, build the life you love. It is an inside job. serpentanddove.org, rawreflections.org, jeffreydaugherty.com. Get focused life force energy into your home, onto your cell phone. You get 15 days free on each one. I think if you do it for those 30 days, it'll be well worth, I think it's $30 or something after that. It'll change your life. It'll give you a fighting chance. And remember, risk, gentlemen and ladies, is our business. The divinity in me recognizes the divinity in you. I salute you for being here seeking after truth. And I wish you all much love and much light. Love and light, my friends. I'll see you again with more broadcast excellence by Monday. Maybe in between, but certainly by Monday. Our first South Florida broadcast now comes to a conclusion on a quote by Michelle Canham Free. No risk, no reward. Little risk, little reward. Great risk, great possibilities. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, love and light.